Your family member has been diagnosed with mesothelioma. You know now that asbestos causes mesothelioma. It's important to learn something about the properties of asbestos. Hi, I'm Joe Williams. I'm a mesothelioma trial attorney in New York City, and I can give you some information about the properties of asbestos. The first thing to know about asbestos, known as the magic mineral, is that it's a fibrous rock mined out of the ground and made into all manner of products throughout the course of the last century in the United States of America. Now, this mineral, this fiber, the asbestos fibers, are teeny, tiny little fibers. And the reason why it's important to understand how small they are is because an individual fiber is invisible to the human eye. And they're so small that when they're breathed in, they go deep into the lungs. And that's one of the reasons why they're able to cause mesothelioma. And just to show you how small these fibers are, I'm going to show you a ruler. Now, as we look at this ruler, and we go to just 1/8 of 1 inch, here's 1 inch, just 1/8 of 1 inch, these teeny tiny fibers, 3,000 of these fibers could fit end to end, one after the other, in just that 1/8 of an inch. So that gives us an idea of just how small these fibers are. And because they're so small, these fibers are what's called aerodynamically buoyant. And that's a phrase that doctors and scientists would use to basically describe that they float. They float like a feather on the air. And that's important because they can stay in the breathing zone of a worker in a workplace for days, for weeks. There's been studies that show that the asbestos fibers from various asbestos work stay in the air for weeks in the breathing zone of the worker. Asbestos fibers have what's called onion properties. And what that means is an onion property. You've sliced an onion before in your kitchen. You slice the onion, what happens right away? You smell it, your eyes start to tear a bit, and you know right away, hey, I'm slicing an onion. You know that you're doing something that you better get this done quickly because it's bothering your eyes, it's affecting your nose. You're alerted to what the issues are with this onion as you're cutting it. Same thing with a bottle of Clorox. You open up the Clorox, right away you know it's bleach. Well, asbestos, much more dangerous than any onion or bottle of bleach, has no onion properties. It has no smell. It has no odor. It doesn't make your eyes water. It doesn't make your skin itch. There's nothing about asbestos that would alert a worker that it's dangerous just by working with it, which is all the more reason for a warning to have been put on the packages of asbestos products. Now, I'm sure you have many more questions about the properties of asbestos, and I can answer those questions. I'm Joe Williams, and I encourage you to call the number on the screen below. That's my office number, and we can answer your questions about asbestos and mesothelioma, and that's because every day we handle cases for mesothelioma victims. It's what we do every day, and we can answer your questions. I hope you found this video informative, and thank you very much for watching.